Good morning. Welcome to Morning Call. I'm Lata Venkatesh. With me, Sonia and Anuj. Well, there's green on the screen, but today will be all about domestic cues and, more importantly, F&O cues. It's the last day of a fairly treacherous series. Morning, both of you.
Hi Lata, good morning. And about global cues as well, the Fed has signaled the possibility of a December rate hike. So how will the market take that?
Well, it's quite obvious that the market has taken that very positively. The fact that the word December, the next rate hike, was clearly mentioned in the policy statement indicated that it's there. And in any case, Janet Yellen had indicated as much in her press conference following the September meet. That is very obvious in the Fed Fund futures rate. They're given a 30% chance. Now it is almost 50%. It's pushing to 1:2 in terms of odds. Also, that very important global negative statement is missing. That sentence has been cancelled off, which was there in the previous statement, saying that global developments are a constraint on the US economy. That sentence is clearly missing. So, I mean, we have definitely positive cues in terms of the world is not breaking down. The September policy gave the impression that global economy is just spinning out of control.
Yes.
Now that statement is certainly not there. But I want to dwell a little bit on the domestic cues, and in particular on the way in which Axis has clearly impacted the markets. Axis was the one that gave the hope that the private sector banks will be able to stand out of an otherwise messy economy. That hope got destroyed. If you are lending to a lousy economy, then practically no one has an escape, except maybe an HDFC Bank, which doesn't lend to really the economy-facing sectors. And therefore, the market took away, what, 8% from Axis? And more importantly, the selling number, 1,000 crore of delivery-based selling, 950 crore to be precise. So that will continue to, after the F&O cues as well, in the weeks to come as well. Clearly Bank Nifty is not going to be the contributor it was. Actually, if you calculate from the recent highs, the Bank Nifty has lost 3%, the Nifty has lost 2.5%. So clearly, you know, that leadership which it needs to give if Nifty has to break above 8,300 is certainly not coming from the Bank Nifty. The ICICI results will come after the expiry on Friday. So, you know, there can be further reverses for the November contract. And then, of course, we heard polls. You know, what was once seen as probably a saffron victory is now seen as neck and neck. And that also will prevail on the mind of the first week of the November contract.
Oh yes, and in fact the selling figures were quite high yesterday, not just for Axis Bank but for the market as a whole. There was, 730 crores of selling in the cash markets by the FIIs, and in index futures there was selling of almost 1,300 crores or so. And not just Axis Bank, where we saw almost 1,000 crores of delivery-based selling, Lata, but there was also delivery selling in ICICI Bank ahead of its numbers tomorrow. So 250 crores of delivery selling in ICICI Bank as well. But Anuj, morning, yesterday was quite a weak day for our markets. Are you getting a sense that, it's the Bihar elections worry that's really creeping up, or is it just F&O related expiry jitters?
Morning, Sonia. Whatever it is, one thing is certain that, of course, today is going to be all about expiry, so that would be the overriding factor. The ease with which the Nifty broke 8180 to 8220 after taking so long to actually go above that, it broke that at the first test of that. Yes, in late trade it did manage to go back to that zone thereabouts, but if it was such a big support zone, then it would have held. Regardless of the 1,000 crore selling in Axis Bank, regardless of the big crackdown in Bank Nifty, we have seen these days before. We have seen these days, for example, on Infosys day result. We have seen this in the past. So if the market was inherently strong, regardless of the 2.5% fall in the Bank Nifty, some or the other stock would have picked it, put its hands up. Maybe an ITC would have done that, maybe Reliance would have done that, maybe Larsen would have done that, but the market would have somehow held on to that 8180 mark. It did not do that yesterday. It broke that and broke that effortlessly. So for me, that really is a big question that, with Bank Nifty breaking markets back, is the counter trend rally over? And yesterday the numbers clearly, you may want to give benefit of doubt to the bulls that the 700 crore of selling is largely an Axis phenomenon, right? Who would sell Axis Bank? Not your traders sitting in Bombay, Sion or Ghatko, but it's the institutions that would sell Axis Bank. So maybe you want to give this benefit of doubt. for today, this index future sell number that you have seen is actually long unwinding, not fresh shorts, because FIs have been buying index futures through the series, and it looked like the game is done now for this series. So yesterday there was quite a bit of unwinding. In fact, 1.25 lakh long contracts were unwound. So practically all the long build-up that you had seen from the start of the series, that got unwound in yesterday's trade. I am a bit worried. I mean, if you want to take bull side, I'm a bit worried about the index option buy number, 786 crore, and in particular the buy at 8150 port. 8150 port added 9 lakh shares yesterday. So they would have bought it between, say, 20 to 40 rupees. The last price was 20 rupees. The high was somewhere around 40 rupees. So, let's say they would have bought somewhere around 20 to 30 rupees. What does that mean? That means they at least have an outlook of an expiry around 8120 or maybe even below that. So, what I'm saying is that the probability of a sub 8100 expiry is extremely high in today's trade, and you'll get an evidence of that by, say, 10 to 10:30 a.m. The SGX Nifty is indicating a bit of a mild gap down. If that is not bought, then the probability of an expiry below 8100 is extremely high. If, however, once Europe opens, if some kind of buying takes place, then maybe the bulls would still want to make one more attempt to take it back to 8180 to 8200. But the bigger question is the counter trend rally over? Because the ease with which that support mark was broken is telling you that maybe something is wrong again. The next big support for the market, as Lawrence Polenko would also tell you, would be somewhere around 80.50 on the Nifty. Till then, it still remains a market in which you would want to believe that maybe the uptrend is intact, but you need to now get a bit worried because as I said again, the way the market has been closing at almost the low point of the day for last 3 or 4 days is telling you that the market is getting a bit nervous now.
All right, and there could be some frantic rollover activity today because starting the November series, the F&O lot size will go up as well. So now the value of the minimum derivative contract will rise to 5 lakhs versus 2 lakhs currently. So there could be a lot of rollover activity in trade today as well. But let's talk about all of the cues lined up. First up, the US Fed has left the door open for the December rate hike, and the chances of a December rate hike have now increased as growth has picked up. CNBC's Steve Leisman has all the details of the Fed statement.